I'm here to tell y'all colorful vegetables have saved my life. People have been asking me continuously, what are you doing different? It's like you're aging backwards. Well, it's pretty simple. I have colorful plates. I try not to go a day or a meal without some color on my plate. And y'all, what I realized, especially with all the food contamination and everything going on, that for the longest, I was eating a whole bunch of fillers. And if you're American, this definitely applies to you. Like, if you go to, like, fast food chains or any kind of gas stations, you will see that it's just a whole bunch of fillers. Like, I have had to like really assess whether I'm eating rice. Like if I can at all avoid it, I am. Potatoes, I also kind of avoid them. Why not go with the orange and get sweet potatoes, y'all? And your greens, you could have literally greens, or you can have broccoli, which is what I like, and or else you can just totally do the cheat code, which I also do, which is I do my Kayla greens, or however y'all say it. Kayla, whatever it is, and I'm not promoting it, but I do take that every day on an empty stomach after I drink my herbal tea. So that's a whole nother segment, y'all. But like, this body is a blessing. It is an avatar that hosts your spirit. You got to treat it right and to ensure that it gets the nutrients it needs. So the more color that you have on your plate. I know a lot of people who eat food, but honestly and truly, when I look at what they're consuming, going to Starbucks and Dunkin', filling up on empty calories all day and processed sugar, and then going to fast food and eating burgers and fried food, and there's not one vegetable on there. So the question becomes, what are you feeding your body in order to help it nourish and hold you? Believe it or not, your body you are in relationship with, and you have a duty to ensure that it's getting the nutrients it needs so that it can function effectively, so that it can hold your spirit. Because if your body's not right, you can't be right. Health is at the top. Do you understand? So, just like what I would like for you to know today is you need nutrients. You need those antioxidants. You need the minerals. Your body needs substance. The way that we're eating today is not at all how in the past as hunters and gatherers and farmers that we lived. All of this junk that we're eating, and we wonder why so many people are so unhealthy today. And so, like, y'all, really, when I say it saved my life, like it has. I have MS and I have chronic inflammation, and I was having flare ups and I wasn't doing well until I changed my diet. Then I lost over 30 pounds and I started having energy again. I started feeling like I was living rather than just existing and kind of spaced out. Like my cognitive abilities, y'all, were being impaired. But the moment that I said, I'm going to limit my diet to colorful vegetables and to protein, I'm going to X out whenever I can. I still do have occasionally any kind of pasta, any kind of rice, gluten. Like when I took those out my diet, and y'all, I'm still working on the processed sugar candy stuff. Like I have been doing so much better health wise. My hands, when I ended up in the hospital and got diagnosed, I couldn't hold anything with my hands. My feet were going numb. I started losing my ability to walk. I couldn't go up the stairs. I couldn't see. My vision was impaired. I was having vertigo. Everything was going around in circles. And probably the most harmful thing was my cognitive ability. I couldn't remember anything. And I always had fog. And you MS warriors out there who know, And I started acupuncture, which is a whole nother story. I've done a lesson, a word on that. It changed my life. But also eating colorful vegetables. And some of y'all are like, I don't really like vegetables. Come on, you can do it. There is broccoli. There is for your greens. For your whites, you can do onions and garlic. For your oranges, you can do sweet potatoes instead of potatoes. Don't do potatoes, do sweet potatoes. Get some nutritional value that's going to feed your body. For reds, I love red peppers, y'all. It's not the best. It's kind of debatable for people with MS, but I have tried. And I also do all the variety. I do the green peppers, I do red, I do orange. So I definitely do that. I love greens. So that's another way. Like one thing I've been talking to my sister about is like I want to just regularly make a batch of greens. So, it's like I know we get caught up in living, so I've started prepping, my meals to ensure that I have meals that are actually going to feed not just my spirit or my essence, but my body. That's going to help me function because how can I ascend spiritually when I'm in pain or when I can't see or when I can't walk? Like my body needs to be functioning well. And I want the freedom of having a healthy body to be able to move, to be able to walk, to be able to run, and to avoid developing the C word, the big C, the cancer. You know how many people I know who are getting cancer right now? It is insane, and it's because there are pollutants and heavy metals and almost everything that we're eating, and we are seeing it explode. So this isn't just like a feel good message. This is awareness message to please consider adding color to your plate every day, every day, and try every meal. You got breakfast, make yourself an egg, get you some avocado with it. That's my go-to. And then usually I'll have my fruits and veggies with some yogurt blended, maybe add a little protein to that. Some of the prepping meals that I have, I make all kinds of concoctions, y'all. I have a protein that I usually put for my meals, but I also make sure I have either spinach or I make sure that I have some kind of lettuce, maybe a lettuce wrap. Of course, I am washing my vegetables thoroughly with vinegar, y'all. Why? But I make sure I wash my stuff thoroughly. I like carrots as snacks, my orange, I love onions and garlic, y'all. I'm so ridiculous. I will tell you the one colorful vegetable I actually struggle with, purple. And that's my favorite color. I just can't get into it though. Like eggplants, they don't really rub me right. I don't know. I gotta pray on it. Maybe I'm making it wrong. I I butchered it the last time. It was so soggy, and like somebody's got to teach me how to make some eggplant. Can somebody volunteer to teach me how to make some eggplant? But seriously, oh, and cabbage, but cabbage doesn't work well with me, and that's one thing I wanted to say to you. With all the recommendations that I'm giving you, you have a relationship with food as well, in addition to your body. Listen to what your body is saying about the food that you're ingesting and consuming. So if you eat something and it doesn't feel right, or you get bloated, or you get lethargic and tired, or you get irritable, listen to it. Just because it's nutritional and has healthy, beneficial qualities doesn't mean that it's for you. You have to let your body talk to you. Hey, this feels good. Hey, I have energy. Hey, give me some more of this. I have a clear mind. You can tell. Just like you can tell when you're putting some ratchet food in you. Y'all, I got food poisoning. No, I, I didn't get food poisoning. I got parasite from a said restaurant chain. And I swore I wouldn't eat there. And I did. And I got that parasite everybody's been talking about. And when I put it in my mouth, the first taste, my body said, why are you doing that? It don't feel good. And I still ate it. And I paid the price. So listen, All praise to the Most